I was 20 years old when I first started Attack on Titan, and it'd always be there during an age I'd spend the next 10 years figuring out who I am and what I want from life. But now, 10 years later, Attack on Titan's finally over. We know where the Titans come from, what lies beyond the walls, and the answers to many other questions that have come up over the years. And it's over. I think this anime might have joined the likes of Death Note, Cowboy Bebop, and dare I say Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood as one of the all-time greats that didn't need more than 100 episodes to do that. I'd like to take you through a journey of what were the 3 moments of each season that made me believe this anime was truly something groundbreaking. These are moments that made Attack on Titan unforgettable. When the colossal Titan showed up and kicked in the wall, unleashing the Titans on what was a complacent humanity. That is what I believe is the theme of this whole show, and that's what this first episode encompassed. People that have grown so comfortable with their lifestyle and believing in just the security and their way of life and never having to reach out of their comfort zone or that comfort zone being threatened. But today it did. We can look back at things like Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, where their main characters experience tragedy, but we don't really get to see those events unfold in the first episode that much. But this was an anime that right away, with this moment, showed us the brutality, the fear, and the absolute dread these characters are going to experience in this story, as our main protagonist has to witness his mother being eaten alive. I think of all the moments in season 1, this is the one that really had me needing to continue this show. I had no idea what it meant that our main character, Eren Yeager, just gets eaten. He's just dead. We got 2 episodes of backstory, 2 episodes of training up our main hero along with the other main characters, and to get this feeling that, again, all other shonen have set up, their main character is going to prevail and grow and be on a character journey, but all of a sudden, the main character just dies. It was so sudden. It was so non-heroic. Okay, well, I guess he saved his best friend, but it just made me need to know what just happened. And I think it was the first of what would be many moments that just completely caught us off guard. And that would go on into the last moment I'm bringing up in season 1. The death of Levi Squad. This scene still haunts me. It's truly one that you just get this sense that nobody is safe in this show. I personally find that such a more engaging aspect. We spent the past few episodes getting to know these various characters that are working with this super big badass Captain Levi, and Eren got to know them the past few episodes, had some funny moments with them, as well as us, the audience, but all of a sudden, we see them just get completely decimated. Hearing Eren scream as he sees them dying, and then having to scream afterwards, "I'm gonna kill you." I just won't forget it, because it set the tone that no one is safe in this show.
その武器は何て言うんですか？腰につけた飛び回るやつ。
We spent this entire journey so far seeing the Titans as something just mindless beasts that just eat humans for some unknown reason. There is so much unknown about them, but all we can distinguish is that they are just creatures at the end of the day, without any kind of mind. So when we see the Beast Titan, a Titan that looks different from other Titans, he speaks. And he not only speaks, but he speaks fluently.
俺今待てって言ったろ。
What? We knew that there is such a thing as Titan shifters thanks to Annie and Eren, but this guy not only is talking normally, but he also is looking at equipment. He is controlling other Titans. He is commanding them. And that just left us with so many questions.
やっぱ喋れるじゃん。
Reiner and Bertholdt's betrayal is, to me, the best scene in the entire run of the show. Not only does this scene have fantastic composition by Wit Studio with the gloomy clouds, great backlighting, not only is it a genuine betrayal from two friends, unlike Annie, who was kind of just the loner, but the thing that really set this scene over the top was how Reiner just reveals, we are the armored and colossal Titan. He just says it, but he doesn't say it even as dramatically as I say it. He just does it as if he's telling him, hey, do you want some milk?
これが鎧の巨人で、こいつが超大型巨人でやつ。
今はとにかくユミルを安全に運ぶことを考えよう。
It's absolutely absurd, but then what follows is a fantastic score. A musical score that just sets chills down my spine and truly makes this moment such a genuine, I can't believe it. Eren's face sums up the whole experience, and this is, to me, my all-time favorite Attack on Titan scene. But that isn't our final moment of the season that needs to be highlighted. A moment I almost shouted out was Eren's breakdown before this, just being a full circle of how he hasn't improved. But what really shocked us, what really truly left that unforgettable moment that this list is about, is when Eren shouts and he launches a Titan at the Smiling Titan. He is able to control these Titans somehow, and we have no idea why. That is the joy of this show, is the mysteries that certain moments, when you think you get an answer, you are only going to get 4 more questions. And in this moment, you see all the other Titan shifters, Reiner, Ymir, Bertholdt, we see them all flinch and just experience, what the hell is Eren even doing right now? We don't know what Reiner means by, of all the people this could have fallen into the hands of, Eren is the worst that it possibly could have been. We were just at a loss for words at whatever the hell is happening here. This scene, why is it on here? Why is it on a list of absolutely unforgettable moments? It's because this is probably the greatest showcase of fantastic animation sequences we got to see in Attack on Titan. Also, the first time we get to see humans fight each other instead of just fighting Titans this whole time. That's what we've been used to this whole show. But the absolute craziness that is this sequence in terms of animation is honestly the main reason it's here. Seeing Levi bounce through all these streets and just slide and flow like no other. It's shocking to see how none of this is CGI, or if it is, then it's severely disguised well. But then there's also the tensity of this scene being a real kind of police chase against who is the most badass scout of the series. And it's just something to behold. It's one of the most replayable scenes because of how much of a spectacle it is, but in the smaller scale form that is humans versus humans. Erwin as a character, the commander of the Scouts, has always been severely interesting. In his phrase, all the bodies he's had to crawl over to reach the truth. And the only way for them to get through this and to see what's in the basement, which is their mission here, is for him to lead a suicide charge of every single soldier there except for Levi. And even be so honest about it. He's not lying to them. He is straight up telling them, we are about to charge to our death. That is what's about to happen. And we are doing this for the future we will not be able to see. But we will have finally found out maybe what is the truth that I have always wanted to see. He has literally lived his whole life for it. But in this moment, he is sacrificing himself to be able to have someone else experience it on his behalf.
兵士を怒れ、兵士を叫べ、兵士を叩け。
お前ら、自分で何をやっているのか、分かっているのか。
This is an episode that lives in silence. It knows what it is doing here. We got through fighting the Armored and Colossal Titan, taking out the Beast Titan, sacrificing ourselves. We have gone through all that for this moment. Who do we save? Armin or Erwin? And I love this moment because it's a moment that takes its time. They spend the whole episode with no soundtrack whatsoever to make this decision and really feel with the characters and what is, in my opinion, the peak that a lot of these voice actors have ever had with their performances. This is a very human episode that reminded me of what Attack on Titan is, and that is a story of humans having to face their fears. And that includes the idea of potentially losing or saving their best friend. Even as I record this, I still feel this one. Sasha! A main cast member, Sasha, the potato girl. We have known her since the very beginning. She has always been there with the main crew, doing her thing, being a part of all of these big moments. But she is done in so suddenly. So non-heroically, so just nothing. No sacrifice, no emotional goodbye, no choice to be made. She's just shot in the back. This was a main character. And once again, one last time, we are reminded that no one is safe. Not even Sasha.
今、巨人たちを呼ぶ。
We have been building up to this potential impending doom that so many characters are going to experience. So many top brass have drinking Zeke's wine that will turn them into Titans when he shouts. And that is just a finger on the trigger of a bomb that we are just waiting to see explode. And to make matters even more emotional here and to feel what happens, we see Colt, the big brother to Falco, who accidentally took in some of Zeke's wine, begs, just wait until he can get out of range. But no, Zeke has to do it. And the fact that he mourns in that moment after that plea, that just adds to the absolute power of what this sequence is. Time slows down, and we know this is the end to so many characters that we've seen even all the way back in season 1. As much as I want to highlight so many other moments from the final season, there is one moment that both my patrons, myself, other lists I've looked at, none of us feel right leaving this off of the list. And yeah, we're not gonna do that. Eren manipulating Grisha is not one of my personal favorite moments of the show, but it's one of those moments that, again, you find answers to questions and it just leads you to a whole other spectrum of questions. But this one is potentially the answer. See, we're led to believe Grisha is supposed to be the man that just murdered this family in cold blood and took the founding titan for himself and passed it on to Eren. But then we see, no, the man felt guilty. He didn't want to do this. And it was something that Zeke in this entire scenario was trying to prove to Eren. Yeah, you were manipulated by our father. But in reality, Eren was the one doing all the manipulation and doing it through time nonetheless. It's insane. This is a scene that just showed how resolved Eren is to whatever it is exactly he is trying to accomplish. Whatever his resolve is that he is fighting for, he is truly committed to moving forward. The true beauty of that scene, as well as so many other moments from Attack on Titan, is they make me want to watch it all over again with all the new context to see if there are things I might not have seen before, or to see things from a completely different point of view and to maybe even change who I root for. Complacency is where so many of us live, but these are characters that went through so many of these hard moments because of their will to push on, to keep moving forward. And in order to do that, they have to face the unknown, the true source of fear. But if they do, they have the chance of creating a completely different world.